In this video, I'm going to show you 7 sneaky ways of how you're blocking your own success without even knowing. And number 4 is going to shock you. But what's even better is how to prevent it from happening and how to actually take a leap forward towards your success, abundance, and growth. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you work, success is just slipping through your fingers? What if I told you that it's not the universe that's holding you back, but you? The truth is, most people sabotage their own success without even knowing it. I know it too, because I was one of those hustling, grinding, working so hard without recognizing that I was the one that was blocking myself from all the abundance and success coming my way. And do you know what the scary part is? The very patterns that you thought were helping you are actually the ones that are holding you back. Sign number 1, perfectionism. Perfectionism isn't about high standards. It's fear in disguise. It's fear of judgment, not being good enough, fear of failure. It's literally robbing you of your success right now. And I'm guilty of that myself, constantly tweaking and overanalyzing. The worst part is overanalyzing and not taking action. But that's what perfectionism is. We're waiting for the right time. You're waiting for the right strategy, for the right move, perfecting whatever it is you need to perfect without taking action. But that's one of the main reasons for you blocking your own success. Perfectionism isn't about higher standards. It's about fear, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. And it's very quietly stealing your joy, and it's silently stealing your success. Perfectionism feels productive, but it's actually procrastination in disguise. And it robs you of speed instead of acting on whatever it is you want to do, and you overproduce, overplan, and then in the end not take action. Perfectionists create paralysis by analysis, by overanalyzing but not taking action. And in, and inspired action is what is needed to create a movement forward. The world doesn't reward perfect. The world rewards consistent action. And the worst part is perfectionists burn out faster because they set a higher and higher standard every time, which becomes impossible to achieve. And additionally, when you are a perfectionist, chasing perfection stops you from receiving gifts from others, help from others, because they never see your output. They never see what it is you're doing, so they cannot give you their feedback. 2 of the action steps that I personally implemented for myself that stopped me from being a perfectionist are: number 1 is, if the work is 80% ready, I get it out, and then I fix it, I adjust it later. Imperfect action is what creates momentum for me. It's what creates that growth. And number 2, what I love doing is every morning when I wake up, I ask myself, what is the number 1 thing I want to accomplish today that will move me forward, that will move me towards, that will move my needle in the right direction? And I focus my time and energy on that. Because what happens is we create busy work, and busy work is not taking action. And I know what you might say, but what happens if I put out work that's not perfect? People are going to think I'm sloppy. But that's not the case. You are going to be active. You're going to be putting out, people are going to notice your courage, your consistency, you taking action, and they're going to admire your authenticity because they are going to see you progress towards something beautiful and amazing. And the best part is, you create confidence through action, not polishing. Sign number 2, fear of judgment. The number 1 prison keeping people stuck in where they are is not lack of talent, lack of money or resources. It's what others will think of them. And fear of judgment comes from our childhood conditioning because we want to be liked and blend into the society, into our community, so that we don't get kicked out. But you know what the best part is? All these people that you're worrying about judging you, they are too busy worrying about themselves being judged. So in reality, they are not even paying attention to you just as much as you thought. One thing that I started doing that really moved the needle for me was taking one small, bold micro action. And what it does is it creates it creates courage, it creates confidence just by doing small things, speaking in a meeting or doing that post that you were avoiding doing. And that creates momentum again that you want to proceed forward. And I know what you might say, but what if people still judge me? And the truth is, yes, you will be judged. But the question is, do you want to be judged for doing something bold and exciting and doing something towards your purpose? Or do you want to be judged for not taking action? Which one would you rather do? Sign number 3 is self-doubt. The biggest block to you stopping yourself from your success is not other people, it's you doubting yourself. Self-doubt kills opportunities before they even have a chance to sprout and grow. So why give yourself this uncertainty? It's not about erasing doubt. It's about acting despite the doubt. The more you act, the more you create that momentum in your body, and the more your confidence grows, and the more you take action. One of the things that I started implementing for myself is the win journal. What I do is no matter how big or small, I create a journal of my success. Doing a post today or doing a very amazing post yesterday that I didn't want to do because I was doubting that had enough courage in me to do it. But as I do it, as I take that step, what happens is I create more courage, more confidence, and self doubt diminishes. And I know what you might say, but what if I fail? And the thing is, you can fail faster and learn from it. And then you create momentum and growth. But what happens if you don't take that action and don't take that step? You fail because you did not take action. The best part is your confidence grows with every time you take action, and your self doubt gets erased because of how much belief you have in yourself, in your abilities that you can take that action and not be afraid of being being judged for what it is you're doing. Because when you are not taking action, you are failing. And this one is going to surprise you. Sign number 4, overworking without clarity. You're not burned out because you're working too hard. You are burnt out because you're working hard on the wrong things. And I am so guilty of that. I have been burnt out so many times in my life because I was grinding and I was just staying busy doing work that was unnecessary to do just so that I can keep going and stay busy. But I did not have clarity. I was doing the wrong thing. Busyness gives an illusion of progress without taking us anywhere. But in reality, success requires target. It requires focus because when you don't have a target in mind and focus, your energy leaks everywhere, leading you to no action. So it's not that you need to stop the action. You just need to be doing the right steps towards the right goal. What I like doing it is asking myself every single day, is it just moving me towards my purpose and my goal or keeping me busy? Ask yourself that and see what shows up. Is it moving me towards my goal or just keeping me busy? And adjust. The world does not reward you for being busy. The world rewards you for taking consistent action. And having clarity of focus is extremely important. And again, I am guilty of that myself as well, just doing the busy work just because that's what you're supposed to do. But no, it's about finding the clarity, the purpose, what it is I'm working on, and every day taking one actionable step, really important that will get me in the right direction instead of doing all this busy work. Sign number 5, not asking for help. Many high achievers believe that if I ask for help, I'm going to look weak. From my experience, when I ask for help, It created a sense of connection. It also showed this part of vulnerability that many people didn't believe I could have. But me asking for help allowed to create that sense of trust and build stronger connection and relationship with that person. But also, I allowed myself to rely on their strength, and they felt themselves being valuable because they said, hey, this person is asking me for help. I must really know what it is I'm doing. And it's a beautiful balance of um, asking people that you admire for help in something they already achieved that will help you create that growth. And when you ask for help, it's a sign of self awareness and courage. And it creates that sense of trust and it builds your network, which is amazing. And whenever I need to get somewhere fast, shorten the timeline, the fastest way for me to do it is to pay either for mentorship, for coaching, or for courses where I can learn things fast. Sign number 6 is negative self talk. The most toxic relationship you'll ever have is the one with your own inner voice. It's the voice that's telling you, I'm not good enough. I can't get it done. The subconscious mind, the thing is, the subconscious mind does not know the difference between the truth and what you tell it. And imagination, the negative talk keeps you in survival mode. It keeps you in fear and doubt and anxiety. And what would happen if you turn that around? What if you told yourself, I don't know how to do it, but I have the resources, I can ask, and I can take one micro step in the right direction. You build courage with that immediately, and that's huge. You are becoming your own um, cheerleader because even though you might be fearful on the inside, on the outside, you say, no, I can do it. I will find a way to do it. What you say internally, you project externally, and that is huge. If you believe that you cannot do it, you'll shrink, you'll feel small, and you will not be able to do it because that's the belief you told yourself. And do you want to be your own cheerleader or do you want to shoot yourself down? Rewiring self talk is the fastest way to boost confidence. Audit your talk. Pay attention to what you tell yourself because once you start recognizing your self talk, you are able with that self awareness change that. And I know what you're going to say feels unrealistic and it feels fake if I tell myself something I don't believe. But that's not the case. You are reprogramming your mind. You are telling yourself a different story. You are shifting into a new identity where before, if you told yourself, I'm not good enough, now you tell yourself, I am learning new skills and I'm figuring it out. How much better does it feel? It's amazing. And I saved the juiciest for last. Sign number 7 is resistance to change. We all want new things, but yet we are clinging to this old way of doing things. But if you want new life, you can't expect new life being attached to new old behaviors and beliefs. And that resistance to change, most people they wait until pain is so strong before they can change it. Change feels scary because it threatens your comfort zone. And I have been there so many times. You resist it. You want the old life habits, but you do want that new life as well. And resistance shows up a lot in the signs of procrastination, not taking the steps, um, distractions, excuses, and you just in the cycle of moving but not moving because you're scared of change. But the thing to recognize is it's not, once you know that you have this resistance to change, you will understand that you are going through a period of growth. And that's when change becomes exciting because it's no longer holding you back because you know you're growing and the change comes growth. Resistance is actually a sign that you're on the verge of growth. And one thing I implemented for myself, I asked myself, what do I really want to change? And the first thing that popped into my mind, I want to be more grateful. So what I did was I set up a timer to go off 5 times a day. And every time it goes off, I'm pausing and I'm connecting deeply down to my heart and thinking of 3 things I'm really grateful for. It's a small change, but it makes huge, profound changes in my life because of the compounding effect of gratitude alone. It's exponential. It opens your heart. And I know by me taking those small little micro changes throughout the day, I am reinforcing in my mind to be more and more grateful throughout the day and through my life. Here's the truth. Success is not about working harder or pushing faster and just grinding to get it done, but it's about removing the blocks that you and me set in our own way, in our own path towards our own greatness. My mission is to empower 25 million individuals, women, entrepreneurs, leaders, thought leaders, and change makers to really believe in themselves. Because I know for a fact when you believe in you, when you remove these blocks that are blocking you from achieving the fullest, greatest potential expression of you, you truly become unstoppable. You become a magician and a creator of your own life. Subscribe where I can show you more tools and tips on self-empowerment and growth. And please comment in the chat what is one thing that you want to take from this video and start implementing today and right now.